Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Don't know where my glasses are. Right there. Thank you very much. I've chosen the cards. The first deck of cards is actually my box of tricks. Justice is now. So we'll play with that selection of cards first. Then we have Positive Pups versus Critical Kittens. Wellbeing cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle, Chakra Wisdom Tarot, and the Tarot to go. That's the okay, that's the lineup. Cheers to all you lovers out there. Let's have a look at this deck then. Okay, this deck, there's quite a few decks, we'll have those. We'll play with all of them. Okay, we'll do it just as I pull them out then. The Rider-Waite Tarot. Hi Christine, good afternoon darling, hello beautiful. I have high energy today, ha. Full moon, the full moon always gives me high energy. I feel a bit the opposite. A bit more of a lower energy than normal. You know when you're full of energy, full of spirit, full of soul. Do you want me to take that top card? Okay. So that energy that you're explaining, because I felt, honestly, today it was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to read a chapter of the book. I feel like just having a bit of a rest. And I can do that because I show up every day in one way, shape or form. I feel this is a masculine here, look. He's on this, you call it the clean slate, this pathway. He can see the woods through the trees now. He's out of the woods. This was actually coming through earlier about your neck of the woods, where you live. And not actually leaving there, so leaving your neck of the woods. He's wounded. He feels like he's damaged to goods. But this is where I feel this high energy comes in. Because you have to give yourself a kick up the arse, don't you? Like, you can only get so low before you go, okay, come on, what's wrong with you? Let's perk us up. And you just feel, okay. It feels a bit like forcing it. It's like fake it till you make it. Okay. He's making it though. It's about making the rest of your life the best of your life. And he's up for this. He might be wounded. He's getting over that now. He can see, it's like he can see a clearing. And I feel that's an internal clearing. Not only can you see it, because I feel maybe you have the evidence in front of you, but then you start to feel it. So I do feel better. And I can see the evidence of things improving. Okay, right. I feel there's lots of erections as well. I just feel as if they're all penis heads. But I felt it was I wasn't going to call anybody like a knobhead. But maybe you've called yourself a knobhead a few too many times now. Anyway. That was the top card. So should we have a look at the underlying energy? I knew it. Must be psychic or something like that. If that's not somebody regaining their power, I believe that's, I'm not sure what that is. I think it might be a salamander, but I was actually taken to like more of a chameleon. Karma, 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 karma. Karma's coming for you. You better get out of that neck of the woods. It's like it's dark. Scary. So this could be, I'm just going to say what comes through. When when you keep moving your location, but nothing gets better. So you might move home thinking, we'll have a fresh start, we'll change locations, even if it's just, house, residence, job, whatever it is, and nothing ever changes. And then you realise, oh, it's because I'm not changing. So you can get up and move yourself somewhere else, but you're taking the same baggage with you. But this is someone that's left that behind. They're a little guarded, but quite turned on about the possibility of the future. And so you should be. So they're tapped in, tuned in, turned on. They've been listening to Abraham Hicks. If you come up with that phrase, you're an Abraham Hicks listener. Hello, everybody. Christine, are you all good, darling? I'm not really feeling sociable in that manner. I don't really want to get too much into the chat, so I'm taking it that all is on best behaviour. Best be, otherwise karma's coming for your ass. Karma does its rounds. It's just whether you're on the right side of it or on the wrong side of it. You're all good. Thank you, darling. Okay, the underlying energy. So if you feel like you're going round and round in circles, is that because you just keep doing the same thing over and over again? Well, you need to change. Something has to change. You go within for that change, okay? You value your personal development. You take it seriously, your personal progression, getting to know yourself. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Have you lost who you are? Lost your way? The only time really when you can truly find yourself is when everything else has been removed, so that you are left with yourself without any interference, no one telling you what to do. You can tell yourself what to do. Mrs. Mystic, the Queen of Wands. There's the counterpart. Oh, this is beautiful, look. So he knows. He's known for a while. This is like the cockerel's crowing. I was taken to like the cockerel waking you up in the morning. Okay. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. I've just realised who my divine counterpart is. The Queen of Wands with the King of Wands equals wake up call. True love. I like it. I like it. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel alive. Let's get another one from you. Christine, guess what? I'm talking to Christine because I'm talking to all of you, but Christine has been with us for a while now, darling. The only reason I do lives is because I have no other way of doing a reading for you. All my other devices, play up in one way, shape or form. My laptop just cuts out when it wants to. I mean, it's not working at all now. I took it to work the other day going, come on, you can give me like 10 minutes. I just need to do some printing. I printed off what I wanted and then it just died on me and it won't wake up. And then my mobile phone, well, let's not talk about my mobile phone. Seriously, YouTube takes up a big chunk of my storage, like 42 gigabytes. So I can't take photographs. Well, I can, but I have to then delete them. And my iCloud, don't do iCloud, no, it's full up. I'm not asking it to save anything. I just want the storage to do what I want to do. Anyway, I now have a new device that I'm going to use just for YouTubing. So it won't take up all my storage on my phone. And I can do recorded readings now. which means I won't have to be live. Not that that's a bad thing, but you listen more without the chat. And it kind of gives me a break from being like on the spot. Being put on the spot. Not that I ever edit recorded readings. It's the same as doing a live. A live is just so much quicker, but it would be nice to be able to do a recorded reading. And that's also good for helping you guys, because I do like Skype calls, really, with sessions with you, because I can't record your reading and send it to you so that you can watch at your own leisure. It's a different kind of coaching. But for a while, I didn't go and try and like change it. I didn't buy more storage. I just done what the normal person would do. Delete everything that could be deleted and see what was left. I'm taking it this all has meaning about deleting things. Anyway, I don't worry about that. There's other ways, isn't there? I can just do live. And live is so much easier to do. Because I haven't then got to upload it and wait. And anyway, 2 more cards I've got here. Sex on legs. I can feel the passion. I can feel the romance. Because there's excitement about future possibilities. Mr. Romantic, the Knight of Cups. So he's coming in with, he's got an opportunity. It's an offer. If they're pages, normally a text message, okay, some kind of message like that. Knight of Cups could be a phone call. I mean, that's not the best way to communicate. Face-to-face is the best way to communicate, but a phone call. Because this is an offering, or someone coming to you, visiting, announcing their arrival. Sex on legs, so it seems like that's the driving force. They've had enough. How long have you been celibate for? 1, 2, 3, 4. Are they months or years? I mean, it feels like forever. Okay. We're still playing with this box of tricks here. We'll go with these cards now. Someone's feeling frazzled. It's just penciled in because you can rub that out and put excited, stimulated. Confidence. I like that. Confidence. Show me your confidence. I'm sorry. I was taken to like standing to attention. I'll show you my confidence. How confident are you? Very confident. Frustrated. I can feel myself going red. I don't even get embarrassed. Well, sometimes I get embarrassed. Frustrated. Frustrated. I'm singing the song Whitney Houston. Didn't we almost have it all? When only love was living. The rise with you was worth the fall, my friend. Didn't we almost have it on? Tell me, and I forget. Okay, this is to do with how we interact. Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I remember. Involve me, and I learn. This masculine wants to be involved in this feminine's life. He knows that that's going to be, well, she's his biggest turn on asset. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember, but involve me and I learn. Benjamin Franklin. I feel the urge to pick this up as if like I'm trying to pick a football up with my foot. Teach me, involve me, and I learn. Had to dribble. Hot energy is Cynthia, darling. It's not even Cynthia, it's Christine. I'm getting names wrong. And this could be dangerous to somebody. What if you slip up with the wrong name? I keep calling Jamie Simon. And it's like, oh. And I'm thinking, okay. I mean, I'm cool with, there's no names that are hidden in my life. So I'm okay to slip up with whatever names. But what if you slipped up with a name that, oh, we're worried now. I feel that you and Cynthia have very similar energies though, Christine. And if I'm honest with you, when Cynthia first started to like communicate with the channel, very similar energy that was coming through at that time. I mean, now it's just, but it was kind of like, that's a familiar energy, like my Divine Masculine's energy. It's a nice energy. Oh, we're feeling devilish. It's like, bring it on. Boys are back in town. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. Napoleon Hill. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. I felt a personal resonance with that, because I do not any longer have been. When I first started, I was charging for readings, but there was something inside me that was just like, I like to just be able to give this guidance free of charge, without any attachment to money. I can do personal readings, and I should charge for personal readings. It takes energy out of me. You'll gain a lot of benefit from it. But for some reason, I've gone through quite a few years where it's not important enough for me, that I just choose when I do my own. See, once you do that exchange of money, I'm kind of obligated. And that is a tricky one with working with energy, because some days it's not the day to do that person's reading. And I've made people wait for 2 weeks, probably plus, because the energy just isn't right. I just don't feel I'm doing that reading today. So, and then that causes me frustration with myself, because I don't want to keep people waiting, and I know that they're waiting. So you take money out of the equation. I don't owe anyone anything. And you don't owe me anything. But the man or the woman who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. Now let me give you an example of this, of a gentleman that come into my shop today. Let's just call it my shop, it's all right. Come into the shop today, and he was from, actually, like, if we say, the same neck of the woods as my mum. So my mum was born in Durham, okay, which is up north. But she lived down south, where I was born. So this gentleman mentions, he's visiting. Where are you visiting from? Durham. Oh, yeah, I know Durham, because I went there to visit my uncle once. I don't know it great, but I've been. And I started talking to him, and I asked him, you know, are you staying on a boat? Because lots of people do, if they come to visit here. Or are you like in a mobile home, like a caravan, a camper van? He was like, no, my daughter lives here. I was like, okay, lovely. And I was asking, do you have grandchildren? And he was telling me about his grandchildren. And he said that one of his grandchildren lives in Worcester. And I know this place as well. So I could kind of give him some names of it in the area. But he didn't really know that area. And he was talking about how he is, I don't really know the professional names for like life coaches, psychologist. Is that the word? psychiatrist, psychologist, I don't know. Anyway, he went to me, do you like snooker? And I said, I do, actually. Well, I used to watch it a lot. He said, do you know like Ronnie O'Sullivan? I said, yeah. He was like one of my favourites. He said, well, the gentleman apparently purchased this mansion in Worcester and then went to all the universities and pulled the best students out of the universities, put them in the mansion and said, we teach this method. It's something to do with a chipmunk method. Things I find out. And it took me to whether it's the ego talking or whether it's your soul, but it was like the chipmunk. And he said about how he's like a real top, and they were life coaches for Ronnie. And he was telling me about how this gentleman wanted to come over. Oh, I'm not even sure who it was, but it was a bit of a bad story. He wanted to come over from the States. Someone who was famous. I didn't recognise the name. He came over to the States and from the States to the UK to have a coaching session, but couldn't make it for 2 weeks. And then like a week later, something bad happened. So if he had that coaching session, maybe, I think he murdered someone. And I was just like, and he was telling me how much they were getting paid. And we're talking thousands. And I'm just sitting there thinking, I could do that. How do I get into this mansion, you know? Do I do a Napoleon Hill and write a letter every day? But that's the, and I said to him, I do life coaching, but it's just interesting that, you know, because I've watched Ronnie play snooker and him go like, I'm retiring, and or he's on a high and next thing he's on a low, and it's just like, you need a life coach. So this was years ago. So actually hearing that today, so it was so interesting. But it took me to, there's people out there earning big bucks for what we do naturally. Anyway, the man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. And I feel this is where the masculine comes in, because I don't feel, being a divine feminine, it's not really my place to go out there and advertise myself. That's a very masculine. I can do. I spent a lot of years doing that. I'm very capable of creating, building, advertising myself, doing it all. But I don't feel any need to do that. And I have people tell me, my children, Mum, you should be doing this with the tarot, you should be doing that with the tarot, or why don't you go around and advertise? And I'm like, I just don't feel that that's the way it's going to happen to me. It's the same with the channel. Regardless of how many views I get, I've been here for 6 years, and we've always been in like the 2000s, and it's not a reason to stop doing what I'm doing. Whoever needs to tune in will tune in. I'm here. And oh, the viewings, it doesn't matter, does it? For me, what's coming through is, it's good stuff. It's going to help you in life. It helped me in life, and it is helping me in life, because I'm just learning as I go along and sharing. That's it. Okay. Right, let's get another card from you. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Robert Louis Stevenson. They're good quotes, aren't they? From Lucy's Box of Tricks. Okay, we're paranoid. About what? What are we paranoid about? Oh, so let me get back to this. Where a masculine comes in and sees his lady's worth, he's going to chat about her. I've always felt this. It would be the masculine that promotes the feminine. He doesn't have a problem. He's not promoting himself, is he? It's easier to promote someone else than yourself. Okay. Hear the birdies chirping? Sincereness. And will you dance with me? goosebumps. Somebody wants a nice slow dance. Somebody wants a nice slow chance. You gave away your power. Now it's time to take it back. Sounds like someone walking past with a suitcase. You gave away your power. Now it's time to take it back. Okay. Ugly. Involving, so it's not about your physical appearance. Ugly, involving or likely to involve violence or other unpleasantness. Is this paranoid energy? Someone's quite afraid of resurrecting this connection because of, I'd say, what's being hidden in this forest, in the woods. If you go down to the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. I plan on resurrecting this connection, but as we saw, it went to the floor. And tenacious, never give up, never stop trying. I do feel this ugly energy is trying to keep this masculine trapped. He's really wounded. He has a bandage around his head. Michael Bolton, is it called Time, Love and Tenderness? Time, love and tenderness. So this could be the paranoid energy here. So this masculine's paranoid that he could bring severe distress to Mrs. Mystic's life. I don't mean to smile. It can't happen. It won't happen. It's impossible. For that negative energy, it won't be able to, what's the word? Permeate. There's a barrier. It's invisible. You have no need to worry about your safety or the divine feminine's safety once you've got yourself out of the woods. You don't need to worry about that. Paranoid. Okay, so we're worrying about our safety. Oh, what's coming through is, it's like I'm saying, I don't care if she's a nasty piece of work. It's like we are lovely pieces of work and we know just how to handle. I'm taken like Jesus, facing the devil, beating the devil. They have no power. Ghastly, causing great horror or fear. And I've never felt heartache like this before. Someone's really hurt. And love takes off masks that we fear we cannot live without. And know we cannot live within. Love takes off masks that we fear we cannot live without. And know we cannot live within. And there is only one path to heaven. On earth, we call it love. Hi, goodbye. Hi, goodbye. Non-fundo. I can make my own judgments. Thanks for your guidance, though. I'll let you all know if I'm offering readings at a price. I'll let you know. Elegance, graceful and stylish in appearance and manner. Went to the floor again. So there's a toxic partner. There's a character getting in the way. They never stop trying. They never give up trying to hurt this masculine. They're going to make his life hell for the rest of his life. What a load of fucking bullshit. You can give it a try, but, well, that person's just going to be wasting their own energy, life, on being so revengeful. It's a sad situation, isn't it? One that you need to get out of, although you feel as if you've missed the boat. You haven't missed the boat. It's still coming out in readings. You've missed the boat when we're no longer talking about this. Listen, I'd love to change the topic. I don't have a choice in the matter. It's a topic that needs to be spoken about, whether that's for 6 years, or 10 years, or 15 years. But things are moving along swiftly. Because we've got more exciting things to be focusing on as a collective. But first it starts with us, doesn't it? Get ourselves sorted first. And then we're going to take on the world. Does it sound good? I tell you who I wanted to actually have join with us was Cheer Bear. I was looking at Little Care Bear. I'm not going to get up and get her. But it was like, I feel like having you in front of me. My biggest cheerleader. And I'll be your biggest cheerleader. And we're feeling trapped and stuck. I know. I don't know what else to say. I can't come and do it for you. And I don't think you would want me to. I could. I don't have an issue removing you from that situation. But, no. You've been emasculated. You need to take back your position. Go for it. What, me coming to... No, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good. Go for it. Does the channel of love turn into the channel of lust after midnight? For the right person. Money can't buy love. So stop trying to buy someone's love with money. Oh. That was just a horrible feeling. Money can't buy love. That's like turning up every evening with a bouquet of flowers when you don't buy flowers any other time apart from when you're trying to. It means nothing. It's a heavy burden to carry. What, all them flowers? For the wrong person. For the wrong reason. We're waiting for an answer. From who? From whom? It says go for it. Waiting for an answer. Yeah, tap into your sixth sense. I feel like you're waiting for the go-ahead from the divine. Another chance. You've got another chance. You haven't missed the boat. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's the energy. Excuse me. Out of my way. I'm lighting up my own path from now on. Hello, darling. You alright, baby? Cheers to that. Lighting up your own path. Okay, more cards. We're still in my box of tricks here. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Got a squeaky chair. What's with keep going to the floor? Can we talk? So it's that energy of wanting to talk. Maybe they can't talk. Really? You can't talk? Maybe they seriously can't talk. Not because like there's something wrong with their vocal cords, but maybe because they're not alone. They could be... A possessive mother is coming through. Tell me more. Can we talk? which was on the floor. So, tell me more. Telepathy is what this connection is relying on. That's where tap into the sixth sense comes from. Makes complete sense to me. Because the telepathy is off the charts. I mentioned it the other day about how I was having a conversation with the Divine Masculine saying, you know, how often are you having conversations with me? And it was a bit of a denial. It's like, you are having conversations with me in your mind, aren't you? And then it was Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars. That was the answer I got. And the Void card, which said, can't really tell you right now, but you will find out. We're growing fast. I can feel that. Okay. Right, let's go to the random cards. As you're growing fast, you're learning fast. Oh. Yeah, where this masculine is a complete and utter junk. He's under manipulation. Yeah, thanks, Christine. Thank you. I'm looking at Hazily. Hey, your mind is sharp. How you switch topics so well. I don't think about it. It is sharp. Conflict and obsession. That's an obsession to making someone's life hell. Goodbye, goodbye. She's only deleted your comments. Christine's nice, isn't she? I don't delete comments. I hide you from the channel. One striking out. No fucking about. Tease me, please. Tease me, tease me, tease me, tease me, baby. Till I lose control. This masculine's waiting for... I've heard this so many times from people. When they're just waiting for their partner to do one more wrong move and I'm gone. So they can use that as an excuse. Instead of doing the right thing, but hey, it's a coward's way. It is a coward's way. If you're trying to piss off your partner so that, you know, they'll leave you or they'll argue with you or give you reason to leave. Just a mature, decent conversation. Hey, I think we need to talk about the future. This isn't working out for me. I know it's scary and it's not easy like that. I know because I've done it. Got to work yourself up for days with that one. And then once you said it, there's no going back. But you know when something's not working. I mean, you're just really prolonging it. And you're both in misery. And anyone in your environment will be raised in misery. It's just a sad situation. Do the right thing. People respect people who do the right thing. Best friend. On the floor. That's not your best friend. Stop calling that person your best friend. And I'm sorry. This is what a manipulator, a narcissist would do. Say they're sorry. They're going to change. Blah-de-blah-de, blah, blah, blah. And put this state of being. Save our souls. Greed. Greediness. It's all about the money. That's another reason people don't leave. No, they're not having the house. Do you know how much I really couldn't give a shit. If I'm not happy in a situation and that person won't remove themselves, I will. And I don't want anything. I just want out. And normally you'll get a lot more respect if you just go, keep it on. The conscience will come in. Well, you'd hope to think that if you offered someone everything, that they would at least not take it all. And if they did take you for everything, more fool you for marrying someone like that. Maybe you'll think carefully next time. And I'm not talking about next lifetime. Many of you have still got 40 years to go. Especially if you're on the spiritual path, you'll live longer. Because you'll be wanting, it wouldn't have drained you. Life wouldn't have got the better of you, you got the better of life. When you learn the way to play the game, have a look at that audio. The game of life and how to play it. And I'm not talking about the board game, okay? The game of life and how to play it. Florence Scovel Shin. I think that's her name. Florence Scovel Shin. None of you, well some are, but none of you are doing yourselves any favours. That's what I have to say about that. No, there's not a plot. What Christine said. She is shuffling the cards and reads whatever comes out. Or just listen, you get blocks of thoughts. I don't know, I feel drawn to say something to you, or my tone might change, or it's all divinely orchestrated, because don't think about it. You to me are everything, the sweetest song that I could sing. Oh baby, that's what channeling is. When you get out of your own way and allow the divine to use your vessel for your entertainment. I've heard and read about that. And shark bait is on its side. Perfect being in reverse. None of us are perfect. We have to go through these challenges. We have to go through the contrast. We've got to go through the things that are not pleasing to realise what is. But then you're meant to go after those things. When you experience what you don't want, it's not to hang around and go, well, I'm stuck with this. Who told you that? It's like, well, I don't like that. That's not working. So, because you've experienced that, you have more of an idea of what you do like, which will be pretty much the opposite of what you don't like. I can do this. You can. I can. An I can attitude. Tradition. Oh my goodness. Sorry, this is... who told you that you can't... when you marry someone that you're not allowed to divorce? I believe that those wedding vows, okay, if you took them, let's say for the Queen of Wands and Mrs. Mystic, the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, and the marriage vows, I feel are meant to be for like divine true love connections. If you want to not just for traps, when you get trapped in a connection, or you're too young and immature to actually understand what life's going to be like for you. And there it is. Now you're facing the karma of your decisions, of your choices. A change of direction. That would be wise, unless you want to do the next 40 years the way you're doing it. Mr. Dependable. You can depend on me. Awesome. That's what we want. A man who knows what he's doing. Hey, Dark Destroyer. How are we today? My accent would be not London, but not far. My accent's A southern accent, yes. Right, hold on. We've got more. What else have we... No, we're done. We're done with the box of tricks. Let's move on from here. I've got all these cards. Look, I'm going to tidy these up now because it's a lot to deal with afterwards. And because they're so well put together. Right, so what's next then? Oh, it's the positive pups and the critical kittens. How long have they been on for? 45 minutes. 'Cause I'm moving on up, you're moving on out. Time to break free, nothing can stop me, yeah. I was taken to the M people, but then I was taken to the chain of hotels called Citizen M. Has anybody ever stayed in a Citizen M hotel? I've stayed in a few. They are my favourite chain of hotels. Citizen M. M people, isn't it? Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. You sound beautiful, Mr. Birdie. You have a beautiful voice. I will help you to remember what love is. Okay, let's go to these positive pups, critical kittens. Now we're going to whiz, izzy wizzy. Let's get busy. Is it expensive, the hotels? I don't know. I wasn't watching my pennies. I stay because it's a nice hotel. I don't know. Try it. It's nice. It's just a real nice vibe to it, social vibe. And I've stayed in the one in Tower Bridge. They have one, the Tower of London, overlooking the Tower of London. That's a nice one because it's got a like a rooftop. Well, it's not a rooftop. I suppose it is, but it's the bar that's at the top, so you can kind of see the tower from there. They've got one in Times Square. I'd really like to do that one. And I've done maybe 2 of them in Amsterdam. Yeah, done one at the airport. And then there's a couple, but there's about 3 in Amsterdam. Citizen M's. There's about, I've done one also on South Bank, overlooking Parliament, Big Ben. There's a Citizen M now. I believe, that might not be. Is that a Citizen M? It might be. I don't know. I've stayed in a few hotels. I just love it. Like, the room is like, it's a real small room, but your shower will probably be in the room, but it'll be in like a, I don't know, a glass thing. You walk in, it has lights, and you can have disco lights. It's all operated by an iPad, and it's bed to bed, and free movies, and it's just it's the art. I love the art. I just like the Citizen M. There's a nice smell to it. They do a nice day and night like body wash as well. Okay, right then. Being loyal to those you love is worth 1,000 treats. being loyal to those you love is worth 1,000 treats. And be strong enough to set boundaries. Your peace is your priority. Treat yourself to a bath. There's always time for self-care. Felt the energy of someone locking themselves away in a bathroom. And also a conversation I had with my oldest daughter regarding my youngest daughter, who wanted to use the shower. And my eldest daughter said, she can be in there for quite a long time, can't she? And I said, no, not anymore. And we got talking about when she was like younger, because she's 21 now, but when she was younger, she would be forever in the bathroom. And I figured what she was doing. And I said, well, this was like years ago, when she was, I don't know, 12, 13, 14. I was like, you're talking to yourself in the mirror, aren't you? And she was like, yeah, how do you know? I said, because I do the same. I said, but I don't tend to do it like for hours on end while people are waiting for the bathroom. So that conversation come up today about, you know, talking to yourself in the mirror. It's like the place that you feel the safest, because no one should be able to barge in on you. You should be able to go to the toilet in peace. Okay. You only live once. Run through the sprinklers in the backyard. Oh, please, especially on a day like today. It's hot. It's hot today. And treat yourself to a bath by running through the sprinklers. Okay, that's your positive pups and critical kittens. What was the next step? It was the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards first. Oh no, it wasn't. It was the Wellbeing cards. Abraham Hicks. At the beginning of the reading, I say tuned in, tapped in, turned on. The stories will just come out when they want to come out. There's a lot, okay? There's a lot of stories that I have. They just come out when they're meant to. I can relax into my natural well-being. You know when you're just in that space where you can just be you? Okay. I can relax into my natural well-being. The essence of all that you appreciate is constantly flowing into and creating your reality. As you appreciate, your state of appreciation opens more channels that allow you more for which to feel appreciation. This takes me to that the man who does more than what he is paid for will soon be paid for more than what he does. This speaks about like opening up other channels of communication to get the stories out. The stories that I've lived, and I've lived them for this reason. To tell you about it. The same reason you've gone through everything you've gone through or going to go through. As you appreciate, your state of appreciation opens more channels that allow you more for which to feel appreciation. Okay. For some reason I feel drawn to read this message here. It says, nothing that has ever happened has anything to do with now, unless in my now I continue to think and speak about it. Fresh new thoughts today will always give me a fresh new perspective. That's interesting. So in a way that's a bit contradictory to what I've just said. So nothing that has ever happened has anything to do with now. Well, I feel you can only talk about your stories once they don't like affect you emotionally, okay? Because I was taken to more raking up the past. Unless you can use it as an example to move through that, evolve through that, then yes, I agree. Nothing that has ever happened has anything to do with now, unless in my now I continue to speak and think about it. Fresh new thoughts today will always give me a new perspective. Okay, right, I'm going to move on before we confuse us all, rather than just me. Let's go to the Wisdom Oracle cards. What's on the dog cards? I've shown them. Just pictures of dogs and cats. Dog, dog. Cat, cat. I've read those words out. Then I went to the Wellbeing cards. And now we're on the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. And I chose these cards from a deck of cards I have with all my decks written down on them. So that the cards can choose the cards. Less effort needed from me. We have Destiny, so this card does not come up often. It's maybe come up once on the channel before, twice max, not for a long time. But this is talking about that Queen and King of Wands. Destiny, the yin yang, divine masculine, divine feminine, divine lovers. Destiny. Oh, my ears are ringing. Black and white. Who told you that? Who told you that I like cats more than dogs, for sure? Do you think I love spiders or like? We're talking about liking. Do you think I like spiders more than what I do flies? Or moths? Do I like moths more than butterflies? Or do I like worms better than snakes? I'm just trying to prove a point that I love them all. We're all here to share this world together. So no, I'm not going to say that I prefer cats over dogs. No, I'm not stating that. I love all. I love all animals, all insects. Oh, my body language. No, I didn't even. No, not sure. Are you a body language expert? No, I didn't feel that. I do have cats though, but I have nothing against dogs. I only asked my children not long ago, can I get a dog? They said yes. I don't actually wish to be the owner of any new pets for me to take responsibility for, because I plan on moving around, and when you've got pets, you know, they're your responsibility. You can't just up and leave the pets. I can take the pets with me, that's fine, but I've only got one pussycat now. That's our family, that was when the children were younger. So otherwise it kind of limited me a little bit, but not anymore. And even that pussycat doesn't limit me, because my daughter has 3 pussycats of her own now, so another one's not going to make a difference. And she's a bit of a free spirit, Tia Lula. She's out most of the time, so it's just come time for dinner. Hello from Australia. I don't like any insects, but you do respect wine. That's probably one thing I don't respect, is wine or alcohol. Can't see in any way that it maybe gives you a bit of Dutch courage, but it sends you into a state where you can numb yourself out and not remember. It's not. So I don't actually have much respect for wine. Even mosquitoes? Yeah, just doing what they do. You've got spray you can use. If you burn, is it citrine? Citronella? Is it citronella? You can burn that in a candle, which helps keep them away. You've got lots of things that you can do. Certain plants, you can plant herbs that deter the ones that you don't particularly like. But if you don't like mosquitoes, you're more likely to attract what you don't want to happen, so don't even think about it. If I think about a wasp stinging me, it's more than likely going to sting me. Or if I think about spiders in my room, more than likely they're going to be in my room. And I used to be very afraid of those things and maybe cause them harm. But I'm on the right side of karma now. So maybe just think twice before you put that foot down on that insect. You are of the same, it's energy, just coming through different forms. That's how I feel about it anyway. But once upon a time I didn't. But I don't find anything harmful. It's, if you think something can harm you, then you've just opened yourself up wide. But if you know that you're protected and all here to share this earth together and to get along and play nicely, everything starts to respect you. The spiders won't come into your room, they won't bother you. Why? Because you're not scared. They don't get the reaction. Same with people, isn't it? If you're not fearful or scared of someone, they're not going to keep trying, are they? They're not getting the rise. So, black and white. Together we are stronger than alone. The legend. Black and white are in heaven, waiting to go back to earth yet again. So this sounds like yesterday's story about the past life relationship. Okay, so black and white are in heaven, waiting to go back to earth yet again to complete their work. When they meet and fall in love, they learn that they will not be together on earth. In previous lives, their love was ill-fated. They appeal to the council of great spirits who turn down their request to be together. But the great servant appears and grants their wish. Together, they could accomplish greater things than they could have done alone. Why? They're each other's biggest cheerleaders, that's why. She could be lonely. Who's lonely? Paisley, have I triggered you by any chance? Because your energy was really lovely and now it seems to... I seem to have triggered you because I don't agree with what you said. That's okay, it doesn't mean that we can't be friends. Just because we don't have the same beliefs. I wouldn't harm a fly, but once upon a time I would have done. I just told you that I don't prefer anything over... I tend not to really have favourites because I like it all. But you can do life the way that you want to do life. You could do your own YouTube channel as well. You can do you. I'm not telling you can't do you, but I'm telling you how I do me. Because it's my channel. So together they accomplish greater things than they could have done alone. The inspiration, take a risk. Dare to have your life the way you decide. Are you willing to make sacrifices to have what you desire? Personal inquiry, what tools do I need to form? What tools do I need to form my own destiny? Am I ready for my destiny? Key ideas, true love, taking a stand, positive omen, radical thinking, deep satisfaction, ability to change. Keywords, love, pathway and faith. Okay, the meditation. Page number 77. Love that. Recall a time when you fought for something you believed in and won. Allow the feeling of triumph to filter through your body. See yourself before the council of great spirits. Make a request. They will grant it if it is for the highest good of all. They tell you their decision. Thank the spirits for their wise counsel. Relax in knowing that the council will confer with great servant for you. You are welcome to go before the council any time. Are we all good, Christine? Did we gain a frenemy? That's okay, it doesn't really bother us, does it? It doesn't affect our work or what we're doing or the opinion. We've been here for far too long to be unsettled by comments that don't agree. You are? Cool. Any more problems, just do the removing rather than being polite. Okay. Let's continue. Destiny, stronger together than apart. Chakra Wisdom Tarot. And then we have the Tarot to go, which will be fun. And then I'm not going to read chapter 6 tonight. I'm going to go and enjoy the sunshine before the sun sets. Yesterday was the longest day of the year. Did it feel like the longest day of the year? They should call it like the lightest day of the year, shouldn't they? Because it's not longer than any other day. It's lighter, but not longer. We didn't gain an hour or so. Sharon, darling, rather than me explaining, do you feel that's something you could do your own research on? Rather than me explaining it? Yeah. Google it, do your own research. I could sit here and tell you, but it's best that you do your own studying, see where it leads you. Are they not being respectful, Dark Destroyer? Christine, when you press the thing, I think it says hide user. I'm not being disrespectful, but there is a lot of information out there, and I do work with divine feminine, divine masculine energy. We all have that within us. You need to tap into it. So when you get rid of all the bullshit and the toxicity and all the programming that is not divine, it is not what you were sent with. It's been programmed on top of you. We strip that away and you're left with your divineness. It's not an easy journey, it's a long one. It's hard. You have to make sacrifices. Nah, they be on that bullshit, unfortunately. And it is unfortunate for them. So, Dark Destroyer, isn't it? How people treat you is their karma. How you respond is yours. Two of Cups. True love. With Destiny. And we had the Two of Cups come out of the... True love. Two of Cups. Destiny. It started with a kiss, and it can continue like this. Love a bit of kissing. Two of Cups, the card of intimate connections. The intimacy revealed in this card, the happiness of this connection, appears real. She wished for a true emotional connection and has created it. Is she in joy or in fear of losing it? Oh, interesting. Maybe she isn't, maybe he is. She's created it. Is she in joy or in fear of losing it? The chakra message, immature love creates a hunger so deep that another person may only awaken pain rather than soothe it. Oh, this is sad. I was picking up this energy yesterday about one suffering more than the other, one growing. As a divine feminine, I have... It was the catalyst. It was the best thing that ever happened to me for my own personal growth. What I've had to deal with emotionally, in the physical world, mentally. And this is that stripping away. This is coming back to what our creation is. But others have just awakened their pain and are kind of living in that rather than soothing it. Clinging to an inner wound manifests a desperation that can never be filled. The indication, the true friendship that began with a powerful spark is real. A true friendship that began with a powerful spark is real. It is your own self-love that is the magnetizing energy here. Keywords: connection, courtship, attraction, offering, love, marriage. Okay, there's a meditation for this card. In your mind's eye, begin to see your emotional experience of love outside of yourself. Knowing how we relate to the issue is the issue. What are you really experiencing emotionally around love and your connection with others? Is there a flow or a tightening? The contemplation. The second chakra reminds us of the powerful emotions within. Choose its focus. Very interesting. Let's get another card from here because I rarely play with these cards. The Hierophant. The Hierophant takes me to like this energy here. You go to the Great Council and they say no, but the Great Servant, he says yes. Okay. The Fool seeks spiritual knowledge. He is there when the Fool arrives, standing under the all-seeing eye. She carries a wand the colour of indigo, which vibrates at the frequency of all past and future visions. But is she ready for this knowledge? The Hierophant connects the Fool to the sixth sense of her sixth chakra. This is a window into her psychic ability. Her teachings of intuitive trust will carry her forward in uncertain times. In this sixth chakra, he must teach her to see darkness and light, and she would draw on these mystical lessons in the days ahead. So I feel the Divine Masculine, when I was explaining about how the feminine excels, well, that's what I feel, is whoever's in the feminine energy excelled, and the masculine energy, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a masculine, but if you're in the masculine energy, you've kind of hit rock bottom. But it's like the masculine energy put the Divine Feminine through this first so that she could learn. He must teach her to see darkness and light. How was he ever going to teach the Divine Feminine to see darkness when she was just in this element of love and light, unless he put her in the dark to learn and grow? So in this sixth chakra, he must teach her to see darkness and light, and she will draw on these mystical lessons in the days ahead. Okay, the indication. The power of meeting a true spiritual mentor creates synchronicity and opens the path to walk alongside them and learn until you no longer need to. When it is time to become your own intuitive guide, you will know. Key ideas, intuition, clairvoyance. It doesn't say key ideas, it says keywords. Intuition, clairvoyance, spiritual guidance, ritual, hierarchy, knowledge, counsellor. The planet is Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion. You will notice that the 6th chakra, Jupiter cards, offer a time to trust and expand your intuition and enhance your spiritual integrity. Ideas outside your earthly knowledge will show up to inspire you when they are most needed. Okay, the meditation. Can you recall the first time you experienced a powerful life lesson from someone outside your family of origin? This is the true power of the Hierophant, the teacher who brings your world to life. Search your memories and explore what comes to you. Who do you see? I see my Divine Masculine. Next steps, returning from the world of mysticism, the Fool will encounter the lovers. Is it a dream, reality, or a dream she will create? Whew, interesting. Hey Moon Cookie, thank God it's Friday. I completely hadn't taken notice of the day today. Thank God it's Friday, to the channel of love. Cheers Lucy, cheers Moon Cookie darling. So we have the tarot to go, although I feel we will leave with a roomy message. Been on for 77 minutes and 2 seconds. I was speaking about the 144,000 yesterday, and I broke them down into if they were pairs and come up with the number 77. It was 72, but 77 is a good number. It's the year I was born. It has to be good. Knight of Cups. I've already seen this character, haven't I? Mr. Romantic, Knight of Cups, was bringing in that offer, telling you that he's on his way. He's taking care of it. I've been taking care of this love for you. And I feel the energy until like you were out of the darkness yourself. Out of the clearing. Out of the clearing of oneself. The High Priestess. Do you know who the High Priestess's counterpart is? The Hierophant. I've got the Hierophant, but it just looks like this. Praying. Like, please. Can we be together this lifetime? I feel that's the Great Servant. Suggest. Yesterday? Suggest. This is waiting for the answer. Waiting for an answer. So Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, twin flames are praying here before the Hierophant, and he's kind of like, let me check something. What are we checking? Oh, we're checking because we're doing this for the kids, and we are. There's such a bigger purpose to this. We have to be the role models for people to witness. Our own family, our environments. Don't need to tell anyone what to do, you need to role model it. That's the Six of Pentacles, bringing in the balance, knowing why you're doing it and for the right reasons. To role model to your children, not only how to get out of tricky shit situations, which, because they're going to have to go through their own life journey, their own karmic lessons, there's no point wrapping them children up in bubble wrap, cotton wool. They have their own journey, their own lessons to learn. You're best to get out of their way, but to role model. how to get through this. You find yourself in a relationship, or you find yourself married to someone and there's no love, you need to be honest. You should be role modelling that. And if it means that you role model through the way that you got yourself out of a tricky situation, well, that's the best way. Otherwise you're going to be a massive hypocrite if you're wanting for your children a life different to the one that you're living or leading. Because once you know why you're doing it, there's no going back. You realise, I'd be crazy to be living a life of manipulation, toxicity, narcissism, and allow my children to witness this and believe that it's okay. It's not okay. It's not the reason you were born. Okay, we've got to get to work now. This is actually about working in partnership with your divine one, okay? Best person to work with. Like 2 peas in a pod. But this here takes me to like a candy world, candy cane. So I feel like, what did it say there? Is that walk along beside you, along beside you, until you're no longer like needed, like your energy to be there to guide them, to be able to guide themselves. That was a card of intuition, wasn't it? The Hierophant. So it looks like the feminine now, because she's like through, because of what the masculine had to put her through, darkness, she found her way out the other side, okay? And now she's going to help him. I'm singing, come baby, baby, come, come. Well, you gotta give me loving and you gotta give me some. The 4 of Wands, beautiful card, really, to finish. It's time to go, tarot, to go. The tarot's telling you, it's time. Told you. Under that full moon. Look out. Look outside tonight. Now this is the void energy. When I said when I was having a telepathic chat with the divine masculines, you know, about how often are you having conversations like with the divine feminine in your head, talking things over. I mean, I've gone through a lot of topics. I go through a lot of topics like this, let alone what goes in the mind. 60,000 thoughts, they say you have a day. Most of mine are spiritual. The void come out, and that's the card of the void. We shall read this message. I like the little book. That's what I'm going to read from it. I like the little book because it reminds me of a comic book. Don't know why, it just does. A Marvel comic. The 8 of Cups. I'm a bit thirsty, but I've got a drink in front of me. Oh. But I've got like fresh lemon and lime. Water in the fridge. Sliced lemons, sliced limes in a jug. I'm going to go and have some of that now. It's time. I don't know the Van Halen voice. 8 of Cups. Got through that book quick, didn't we? Okay. A pilgrim flees into the night under the watchful gaze of the moon. That's what it says. Don't walk away from a situation just before its completion. Don't turn back on your success. You may be leaving a long-standing relationship. That's what it says. I didn't write that, I just channeled the messages. Let's finish with a roomy message. No one cares. That's a shame, isn't it? You have no care for another, or for your life, for your future. God bless you. You could try, couldn't you? I mean, you can hide behind that excuse if you like. We could even throw like ADHD out there as well. Yeah. Stop using it as an excuse for your behaviour. Sorry, but I'm going to say it. I hang out with autistic people who have been labelled it, and ADHD people. What's fuck all wrong with you? People just have to find a way to communicate with you. You can try though. You can be polite. You can have manners. I'm not going to take any bullshit excuses. Do some personal development. Work on fixing yourself if you feel that you're different and you need a label. Can't you just be uniquely you? Why does there have to be something wrong with you? Why can't you just be perfect how you are? And maybe it's others don't know how to, you know, get your personality. You do yourself the biggest favour if you took that label off yourself, okay? And call yourself unique. I pulled my daughter up yesterday for calling the cat weird. I said she is not weird, she is unique. Come on, come now. I feel that maybe you need to go to another channel because you really do need a blessing. Okay, we're going to finish with a Rumi message. I'm not disrespecting, I'm just putting out there I'm not disrespecting, but I'm a life coach. And I don't use any of those labellings. I personally don't have a problem with communicating with you guys. I raised my nephew who was pumped Ritalin for ADHD, and never once did I have a behaviour problem when he was in my presence with him. When he was with his mum, totally different matter. I had my son-in-law, when he came to live with us, inform me that he was dyslexic. There's fuck all wrong with him. People just couldn't take the time to be with him. He can read, he can write, but he'd been labelled. My children have autistic friends that come round and they say to me, they have autism, and I say, I don't even know why you're telling me that. Because if you hadn't told me that, I wasn't kind of treading any differently with you. I was just treating you the same way that I treat everybody else, which is, I'll assess. Whether you have a stammer or a stutter, it's teaching us to be patient. It's nothing to do with you. But because we give it a label, then it just kind of makes it... I'm not so much saying about the person that's being labelled. It's more about the person that's labelling them. Stop being a menace. You're on the wrong site if you're looking for OnlyFans. Right, okay. This hasn't been an easy reading. It's been quite challenging, to be honest with you, with the energies, but it's all good. Okay. Right then. Rumi, let's finish with a Rumi message. Whereabouts is Rumi? I've got the affirmators as well. We'll get an affirmator first, and then I'll finish with a message from Rumi. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. We have courage. No one is fearless, no one. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts, then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. So I feel this energy of gradually the divine masculine being brave, okay, but then kind of hiding. It feels like hiding behind the divine feminine's energy. She definitely is coming through as the strong leader at the moment. Okay, bottom of the deck, generosity. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. Mexican wave. Right, Rumi, let's get this reading wrapped up. Oh my goodness, we've been on for a long time tonight. Hello. Oh, I've got a bit of a crook neck then. Are you alright, darling? Oh, thanks. Have you got a coin?
I do.
Thanks, darling. I get one tonight. So my daughter's got me a, fingers crossed, scratch card. She did get me one last night. She got 4. Because she's generous like that. She got 4 scratch cards. And what happened?
Scratch them all.
She got excited. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I got a bit excited, so I scratched them all.
But you get one now.
But she's...
Do you want another one for yesterday's?
No, darling. I'm all good. Get Megan and Jamie to scratch that one if you want to. Give them a share one. They're like that. Shall I do it now?
Go on then.
Okay. Shall I scratch it and you read it?
Oh, God.
Oh, hold on. We'll do it here. You're peeking.
You said for me to read it.
Yeah, but afterwards. Oh. 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 A candle glue. I'm just scratching them. I'm not sure we've done very well. I know. Oh, 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 oh. What's that mean? I don't know what any of them means. I'm just scratching. Did we win anything? Got to pull a Rumi card.
No.
I got £2 though.
That's what.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Finders keepers. Losers weepers. Heads or tails?
Tails.
It's heads. It's mine. You can borrow it if you like to scratch cards.
Oh, I'll borrow it for my
Darling.
drink before work tomorrow.
You have that for your drink for work,
You
my
wanna-
baby.
This is what it trips
What
me
happened?
out, because
I know,
goes
it did
like
look a lot of
100,000,
£100,000.
1,000. Okay. 1,000. 20 quid.
20 quid.
100 quid.
100 quid? That doesn't sound
50
right.
quid. Oh.
This is my daughter sitting next to me. The 21-year-old I was telling you about.
Yeah, I've got a major gambling addiction now.
Got a gambling addiction. £1 scratch cards.
All my earnings will be spent on.
No.
Please. Please.
She's obviously more desperate for money than what I am, saying, please, I'm really not bothered.
100 quid.
She won £1.
Oh, what a
There you
quid.
go. Then we say thank you, don't we?
Thank you, Lord. See, this is where it would be like, I want to scratch this one off.
Do it then, darling. That's what happens. I've never been like a gambler. I'm not someone who's addicted to like the your dad would like to play the what are they called?
Lottery.
No,
Gambling
well, he did actually. I don't
The
do
slot
the lottery.
machines.
Yeah, the slot machines.
Oh,
Is it?
oh, hello.
It's a pushy cat.
Hello.
Yeah, it's not really the kind of thing. Don't do that. Gambling. I think it's so easy to do
Do you want to get some
now,
up?
but it doesn't
Kiss
interest me. She's
Thank
got the
you.
cat kissing the scratch card.
Are you trying to go in? Am I blocking your way? Yeah, I think I am.
Okay, are you going to scratch that down? Or am I...
Do you not want the cat in your room?
I'm not fussed with her being in my room, darling.
Oh. Oh.
If she wants to come in. It's just the door was closed.
Oh. Oh.
Here's your baby. Mind the candle though, darling. We'll just wait for Emily to scratch her scratch card and then we can focus on her final message.
Sorry.
It's not an issue, darling. Here's your bubble. Oh no, we dropped all the cards. Come and say hi, Belle. There's nothing, darling. That's £1. That's okay. Do you know what you want the money for? If you knew what you wanted money for, then you're more likely to maybe, you know, attract it. But if you're just aimlessly, you know, just trying to, there's no, you know what I mean. How about our trip?
Rent.
I think you might be focusing a bit too much on lack, honey, honestly.
Originally I was thinking holiday.
But then you should be, not rent. A lack mentality would just attract more, you know this.
Right, I'll leave you be. It's very hot up here.
Isn't it just?
Yeah.
You're going to go with Emily? Come on, go with Emily.
Come on.
Go on and treat me.
Come on.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you. What was that? What was that last bit? Love you too, Mr. Chicken Wing Man. She's taking the mickey out of me. She has a lot of videos of me when I'm just like playing. And she has one of me playing with a chicken wing. Singing a little song. Anyway. It's card number 7. Blood Angel. Let's get this reading wrapped up. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. It sounds very familiar. Have we not just spoke about all that? Okay. This bottom card here, it's the last card we've just read. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me. Like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away, it captured me and flew back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The nine spheres of heaven. I've got cat hair, it's itching me. Oh, I can see Bella's quite long haired. So she's her name's not even Bella. Belle. My car was called Bella. Anyway. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. Hey Mariah, how are you doing, darling? I'm so sorry, but I've got Belle's hair. Like, it just sit there. Okay. It's just not going. She's molting, isn't she? She would be with this kind of heat. Okay. Let's read this message. Do you dare place a limit on how much life you can contain? I pour myself into your heart and invite you to become nothing and everything with me. Let us be the sunrise that greets the new day and the sunset that honours the dying of the day in radiant glory. So now I'm taken to the cockerel that's been cockadoodle doodling outside, and I said I felt like the sun rising. This is just stupid. I've got hair everywhere. Just right. I think it's up my nose. Oh. Let us be the sunrise that greets the new day, and the sunset that honours the dying of the day in radiant glory. Let us be the angel of light, arising from darkness, and the starburst in the awakening heart of a human beloved. Be the moon at the back of my heart, and the sun at the front of my heart. Be wordless and wise. Let us have nothing that we know for certain, and be content. Let us be all, and let us be nothing. Let us be. That sounds like that request, doesn't it, being asked? Let us be. Can't see Jack Shaw without the glasses on. Oh my goodness. It's 1:11 now, and connection is, does that say lacking? Lacking. Right, okay. Here we go. The oracle of the blood angel comes to you with a particular message. You are being given the gift of more life. Cheers. You may experience this as growth, expansion, more energy, more life force, or divine electricity circulating through your system. The blood angel understands that in the gift of greater life, which enables a soul to live more of its essence, becoming a more palpable divine presence upon this earth, there are many unavoidable experiences. One of these is that there will be more sunsets to counter the increase in your sunrises. This is about balance. When opening up to receive more, one needs to empty out what has been to allow for a new influx of energy. It is not about an exchange of equal measure, for you will receive according to the great generosity of life itself, and thus even more shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. However, release must take place. Balance is the natural law. The sunset makes way for a time of night. That might be the darkness of grief, or the stirring of unknown places within that only reveal themselves in clarity the following morning. Being ready to endure the sunset and the night, to become ready to receive the sunrise, and with it, more life, is your divine task now. Why is this coming to you? You are ready for it. You have outgrown what has been, and it cannot satisfy your soul anymore. A part of you, your mind perhaps, may question whether or not you really want the change inherent in this oracle, divine gift or not. You may prefer that things remain the same, but what are you really wanting in that belief? Happiness? A sense of safety and security? Love? Remember that in any divine gift, no matter whether it seems to come at first through an obvious bestowal of grace, such as a wish coming true or a prayer being answered, or through a hidden grace of a loss or ending in our lives, there is always an offering of greater life within it. The blood angel tells you to not make yourself too small for what is happening in your soul and life now by holding on to what you know, or holding on when it is better to let go. It may not be easy, but you will gain more trust in the divine, in you, in life, and great power and heavenly play can and will flow through your soul into the world. The blood angel invites you to accept the genius of life and allow it to flow through you, circulating your divine light even more abundantly into the world around you. This oracle comes with a particular blessing of well-being and vitality. You have perhaps become tired or are well but seek to engage in new projects or practices that will stretch or challenge you. The blood angel brings you the blessing of whatever energy is required to expand into where life is leading you. What the divine has instilled within your heart shall be financed with life force and energy, so it may be brought to fulfillment. This is the sacred contract. This is the sacred contract of life. The human journey shall be taken by the soul, and there will be challenges, and yet what is required for divine fulfillment will always be available. If you have been struggling with your energy levels or with emotional or psychological challenges, more so than usual perhaps, then you are asked to complete the sacred honouring ritual for the cloak of the Christ oracle after you have completed the ritual for the blood angel. The reason for this is that your energy, as you are going through growth and opening, can become unstable for a time, more porous or vulnerable than usual. There is nothing to be concerned about, but you will benefit from more spiritual protection during this time. These rituals will assist you in gaining additional spiritual protection. If you need to take any particular action to bring yourself healing and wellness, these rituals will help you become conscious of and ready for that action simply through life experiences and internal wisdom when the time is right. Okay, guys, let's get this reading wrapped up. Sacred Honour Ritual. Say, Blood Angel of Unconditional Life. Blood Angel of Unconditional Life and Divine Love, bless me with the life force I need to attain my divine destiny. I open to your grace with perfect trust and perfect love. So be it. Close your eyes and notice your breath. Imagine or intend that you can sense the blood moving in your veins. So much life abounds in your body, soul. In your own time, just open your eyes. You have completed your honouring ritual. I'm just going to go to the Cloak of the Christ, which I believe is number 4. In the school of humanity, when you become intimate with God, you reside on the King's throne and teach the angels the nature of the divine. Open your arms wide above your head and tip your gaze gently up towards the heavens. If you are inside, imagine or intend that you can gaze beyond the physical structure of the ceiling right into the sky that lies above. Lower your arms to prayer position at your heart and say aloud, if possible, Rumi and Jesus Christ, who love me without condition, offer me the cloak of the Christ, the mantle of divine protection, now, that I may receive the karmic grace and healing I need through the power and mercy of your presence. Thank you. Sit quietly and imagine you are surrounded by a dark, comforting cloak. You can easily breathe through it, you can easily see light within it, or filtering through it if needs be, or you may feel comfortable in the darkness. Let it be whatever is most relaxing and soothing for you. You may even imagine it to be the night sky dappled with stars wrapping around you. Close your eyes and relax now, for as long as feels good. That may be for a minute, for 15 or 20 minutes, or longer. Just be with what feels appropriate and best for you at this time. When you feel you are ready to arise from your rest, simply place your hands at your heart and say thank you. You may notice strong energetic sensations or emotions during this process or in the day following. You may notice repetitive thought patterns that you need to confront and challenge with more loving thoughts. You may have significant dreams in the evening following also. It may be very subtle for you, so much so that you wonder if anything has happened and if it has worked out. It has. The effects will be demonstrated at the right time. Trust. There's a lot here about you're going to know at the right time. Guys, thank you so much. It was a long reading. Thank you for joining me for this live. Like I said, in the future, it won't always be like this. Just live readings. I'll be able to get my head down without the distractions and channel some different messages. I imagine they'll be the same. But I don't have the distraction of the chat or... I mean, my daughter was not a distraction, but she did distract us away from the reading with her scratch cards. Oh, the timer was 11111. We'll leave it on that number. Guys, take care. Much love. I'll speak to you all soon. Until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.